Kentucky football is just outside the AP Top 25 poll in the preseason rankings. I don't think that I agree with this for a variety of reasons. So back a couple of episodes ago, the coaches poll was released, and we got to sit here on the show and discuss about why Kentucky was ranked or not ranked, just a few spots outside of the coaches poll here. And I walked through just based on what the offense is and what it looks like this year alone, the Wildcats should be ranked. I think that they should be ranked. And I know that there's probably a little bit of bias in here somewhere, but I truly do think with the addition of a top quarterback from another Power 5 conference in Devin Leary, for the return of Liam Coen from the Rams after being at Kentucky in 2021, you get your OC back. Barion Brown, Dane Key formed one of the best two receiver duos, or one of the best receiver duos in the SEC. Tavion Robinson, by the way, is still here. I don't know if you guys know this. Tavion Robinson is still here. So one of the best receiver trios, I think, in all of college football. You have to be excited about this. Ray Davis, transfer from Vanderbilt, a 1,000-yard rusher in the SEC. That's really hard to do, especially at a place like Vanderbilt. You've got a great offense. And if you can get that offensive line going after bringing in some transfers and shuffling some things around, you're going to be sound on that side of the football. That's where Kentucky failed last season. They failed to score and they failed to move the football. They're going to be able to do that, I think, better this year. Now, how much better, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to actually see what this offense is after a couple of games to really kind of get a grasp on that, but I think it can have significant improvement. I think the ceiling absolutely is high. So I think the Wildcats heading into this year, because of what they have on defense and changing all of these different things on offense for the better, I think that the Wildcats should be ranked. AP voters disagree, which is perfectly fine. That's okay. But I think that UK should be ranked. Georgia is your number one team in the AP poll. They received 60 first place votes. Number two is Michigan. They received 2 first place votes, and Ohio State, third, received 1 first place vote. I think this is the most interesting thing out of the entire top 10 here. Alabama is number 4, and they received 0 first place votes. I don't know when the last time that happened. I don't know when's the last time that happened. But I'm very intrigued to see just how Alabama responds to all of the pressure and the outside criticism of their football program this year, or so far this offseason, rather. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. LSU is number 5 in the preseason. They will be taking on Florida State, who is ranked number 8. That game will be in Orlando. If you are a college football fan, I would highly encourage you to tune into that game. USC is at number 6, Penn State at number 7, Clemson at number 8, Clemson at number 9, Florida State at number 8, as previously mentioned. Washington at number 10. I think that may be a little bit high for the Huskies, especially considering they're playing Boise State week 1, and that game is late at 11:30 p.m. I believe that's Mountain Time, though. That's going to be a game to keep an eye on. Texas at number 11. Who's falling for this? I mean, I'm not. Not until they show us. Tennessee at number 12. Notre Dame at number 13. Utah at number 14. Oregon at 15. Kansas State at number 16. TCU, the national champ runner-ups, all the way down at number 17 to start the season. They did lose a lot. Oregon State at number 18. 19 is Wisconsin. Number 20 is Oklahoma. I don't think that they should be ranked in the top 25, but that is just me. North Carolina at number 21. Ole Miss, another team I don't think should be ranked. Number 22, another team I do not think should be ranked. Texas A&M at number 23. Tulane at number 24. I would have Tulane over A&M, Ole Miss, and maybe even North Carolina. Definitely Oklahoma right now. And then finally, to round out the top 25 is Iowa. We have played Iowa 2 straight years in a row in the bowl in a bowl game. And guys, I want to be able to kind of make a joke here on the show. If you are a college football fan, I think you are going to appreciate what I'm about to say. And what we're going to do as an exercise here for the college football season. In case you don't know, Brian Ferentz is the offensive coordinator for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Brian Ferentz is the son of Kirk Ferentz. And over the past forever, I guess, Iowa's offense has just really struggled to move the ball and score points. Underneath Brian Ferentz, though, it's been astronomically bad. And last year, it was completely humiliating at different points in the season. For instance, Iowa, I believe it might have been their season opener, beat South Dakota State 7-3. They did not get that 7 points scoring a touchdown. They kicked two safeties, and a field goal to make that 7 points. So the University of has decided to crack down on Brian Ferentz, not fire him, because I think it's going to take a lot to have the head coach's son fired from the staff, and essentially said, we are going to give you a slap on the bottom and a pay cut if you don't meet these requirements. There are a bunch of different other various things, like Iowa has to win a certain amount of games, but the thing I want to focus on here is Iowa has to score 25 points per game this year. And so we're going to do a little fun thing on the show here, and this will be even more funny if Kentucky somehow plays them in a bowl again, and this little thing here ends up being a factor. We're going to have the Iowa point tracker up here in the little top left of the corner of the screen here on YouTube. If you're listening on podcast, we'll give you weekly updates on Monday after Kentucky plays. We will give you a very brief, maybe even 5-second update about, oh, by the way, Iowa is now up to this amount of points. They need to get to 300 in order to achieve that 25 points per game mark. They are currently at 0, as you can see on the little box here in the corner with a little sad Brian Ferentz. I think that this is funny. I think we're going to continue to rock with this. Some of you may say it's not Kentucky related. You are correct, but this is a team we've played 2 years in a row in a bowl. This could be a team that we play again. I think that this is absolutely hilarious that they are cracking down on this guy by saying you have to score 25 points per game at a place that it feels essentially impossible to score anything above 30. So best of luck to Brian Ferentz, and we will be monitoring this situation closely as college football fans. I think that this is going to end up being one of the funnier stories of the college football season. So if you've got any thoughts on the AP Top 25 poll, if you've got any thoughts why Kentucky is just outside the poll with 14 votes, you can leave that in the YouTube comments below or hit me on the socials.